So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Now Austin. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside and backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again with Pickett. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Pickett will try to throw for this. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Interesting. I mean, their kicker's fine, but they just opt to be aggressive and go for 2, and they get it.
Does that not remind you of Mike Tomlin of a few seasons ago? Remember that when he started out the season, just this spate of going for 2 all the time and really making people...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 15 now. Pickett. And his pass incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Ready up.
Now Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Mayfield. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. To throw, Mayfield. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
Point it right.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Now, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield being chased out left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Mayfield now. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Shaquille Leonard, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Now Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also into field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts It's TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Up to the 20. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
3rd and long for Pickett. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hines. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Rolling to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Pickett sets up play action. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action, Pickett. And now here is another interception. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Mayfield on play action. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. A good pickup there of 20 yards. To the right side, this is Taylor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley-Cox, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Run. Hey, run.
Play fake, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's another carry for Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. A give for Taylor running right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Second down, another run with Taylor.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this is going to remain a 1-point game. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, still a 1-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pickett to throw. He's got Claypool.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Pickett finding Claypool. Good for a Pittsburgh first.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. Claypool with another catch.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Pickett.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're already in range for a potential game-winning field goal, but they certainly want to get him as close as possible before sending him out there. Nice job defensively to force the incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here's Pickett.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
One last shot for Mayfield here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Pittsburgh, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4.